Okay, actually, I was born in Plainsboro, New Jersey, and I went to college and I studied printmaking because I didn't have photography at the college at that time. And then after college, I worked at the Atelier for 5 years.
The Johnson Atelier.
The Johnson Atelier, which is how I know Michelle and how I met Ricardo. And during that time, I learned that I really was a 2D kind of person. I don't think in 3 dimensions. I think in 2.
Excuse me, but for those who are not familiar with the Johnson Atelier, it was a sculpture foundry up in Hamilton, New Jersey, that for the past 25 years was producing not only Mr. Johnson's work, but all artists, commercial artists, and apprentices and all that would come from all over the country and all over the world to study there and create their own work. I just had to give that a little bit.
So I learned that I could make sculpture, but I just really wasn't very good at it. I could make other people's sculpture just fine. I just couldn't do my own. So after that, I went back to school, and I went to Southern Illinois University at Carbondale and got an MFA. During which time I studied all the stuff I didn't get in college. And I learned about historical processes and the history of photography and just how to do it better. I learned how to kind of see the first time, but I learned how to make it better the second time. So I chose the photographs for this show to be different than Ricardo's. He uses a Hasselblad, which is one of the premier cameras, and it gives you crystal clear photographs. It's just stunning. For the square pictures, I use this camera. This is a Diana. At this point, I had one when I was 5. This is not the one I had, though. But it's a plastic camera. It's considered a toy camera. It's kind of.
Pass it around?
Yeah. There is film in it, so don't click it.
Don't click anything, but if you'd like to look at it, pass it around.
You can't erase it if you take a picture.
As you see,
No, this is all film.
this is, this is very low tech. But it's really not always about the equipment. It's about what you see. So a lot of what I photograph and the way I look at things is to remember. And I kind of go into that in my artist statement. But I wanted to, some of it was because I've got bad eyes. And I figured if I ever went blind, at least I'll have a record of what I saw, even though I can't see it. But this really was what got me going. I wanted to remember. So a lot of these pictures are from, well, some are from when I taught English in the Czech Republic from 95 to 97. I've got a couple pictures, I think, from then. And then I went back last fall to check on my students, and they still speak English. I was very proud of them. And I took some more pictures knowing that I wanted to make a show. So the rectangular pictures, the long skinny ones, are from a panoramic camera. And this is a different kind of camera because it has a movable lens. The lens kind of sweeps across the plane. So if you look at some of them pretty closely, say the bottom right one, the one that's on the postcard, you can see that it looks sort of like a fisheye. It's kind of curved. With this kind of camera, if you don't have it level, you get this distortion that kind of moves like this. If you take pictures of things that are parallel to the camera plane, it sort of goes little, big, little. And you can see that in that top right one. If you look because it's very dark, but if you get up there, you can see sort of like a line that goes along the inside of the room. You can see the ends on either side, but in the middle it looks bigger. Because the garden picture on the top left, that's perpendicular to the camera plane, so that looks normal.